Alright, welcome to a Conscious Life clip. It's dinner time and we're having slow roasted pork bellies with Worcestershire and balsamic sort of onion glazy thing. So I just sealed the outside of my pork bellies so that they'd be delicious and keep all the juice and the moisture in. And now I'm just very slowly fried up some onions and some coconut oil and the balsamic and the Worcestershire sauce. So you get lots of flavour coming out of it. Just spread that through the pan there. A couple cloves of garlic in there as well. Now I've got these cooking on a really low temp, about 70 degrees, because Stacey won't be home for a couple of hours. We'll put them back in the oven. Hopefully we preserve some of the nutrients that we lost when we did the outside frying. So today, my question is, are you repressed? Now, what do I mean by that? Basically, you can tell if you're repressed if you can't walk out into the street right now, on the main street of your town, and make up a silly song and sing it at the top of your lungs just because you feel like it, then you've got a pretty good chance that you're repressed in who you are. Okay, you're holding something back. Now, this is a problem. If you think about Einstein's equation, E equals mc squared, okay, basically it's saying that matter is energy and vice versa. Okay, well, your thoughts have an energy, obviously, alright? I mean, they exist as a brainwave or an electrical signal of some sort, so they are a literal energy component or a vibratory component, and therefore they are matter. Now, if you don't express how you feel in certain ways, okay, then that matter or that energy gets stored in your body in some way. Right? Now it may become a sore shoulder, all right? It may become a feeling in the pit of your stomach, like when you get nervous, all right? And it may even become later down the track like a cancerous growth or a tumour or some sort of terminal type illness, all right? And I think that's one of the biggest problems in the world we live in today, is that people aren't ready just to bust out and go nuts. You know, they're also routine and uniform, and it's a bad thing to sing at work. And I often call my clients at work to organise appointments, and I think they're angry at me, or they're different people because they sound so suited up and repressed in their ties and suits. So we really need to, as a society, particularly in the West, start to get these things out. And it's an easy example to think about health-wise is, if you look at a child, like I have a 6-year-old brother named Jack, and he will watch a movie or listen to a song, but he won't just sit and let it go into him. He'll actually act it out and make hand movements and dance around to it, make up his own words, add noises, etc. Because that's how he feels while he's listening to it. It makes him feel that way, and he just acts on it. I don't know at what point we shame that out of ourselves, but it gets done. So by the time you finish high school, unless you're wearing the same brand name shorts as your mates, or you have a Prada bag, then you really feel uncomfortable walking around with people. And it's total crap. It shouldn't be that way. If you feel like busting out the song while you're walking through a shopping centre, you should do it. I'm often, one of my favourite things about Stacey is that, and I'm probably bad for it because I sometimes don't improve, or I give her a non-improving look, but we can be walking through the middle of Melbourne City and she'll hear a song playing out the front of a shop, and she'll bust out into a song and try and dance around me and salsa with me and stuff. And I'm still getting over my repression, so I sometimes don't play along, and she gets crappy about it. But she's really doing the right thing. I'm the one with the problem. I'm the one trying to stop myself acting out, even though I have this energy that wants to do that. So this is a problem, again, particularly in the West. And I know most people aren't going to start with just walking out and launching into song. So we can think of some other ways that we can, as a society, start to bridge the gap between conformist thinking and not acting out and not being who you are, and being able to express yourself in a way that you feel comfortable with, but still gets that inner energy out. So there's a few good ways. Obviously, singing and dance are great ways, okay? And when you do this, you should sing or dance according to how you feel and not according to the moves, right? So I often catch myself out when I go to a club, or which is not often, or if I'm dancing around the house, and I try and do moves like Stacey does because they look so good. But they just crap on me. That's not how my body expects to move. I'm twice her height, I'm twice her size, and it doesn't work for me. I don't enjoy the dancing because of that. But if I just dance like no one's here and no one's going to see me, and often there's no one here to see me because I don't want to be seen, so that lets me get that feeling out, whatever it might be. Okay, so dancing's one way. Song or toning or noise is another way. All right. In Eastern practice, they've long known the benefits of toning or sound healing. Okay, you don't need any special equipment for this. You can just use your own voice. All right, and the music scale, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. If you can tone those in a particular in their particular frequency, then that has a healing and release effect on the body. So, for example, you'd go do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, all the way up through. Okay. Now, this has an effect of releasing the energy from your body. So, if you get a really good do, then you feel nice, and my chest is tingling and my abs are tingling. Okay, it lets that repression or whatever that energy is out, and also the frequency that do resonates at has a healing effect on certain parts of our body, because basically our cells, which are just energy, like matter and energy, like anything else, our cells are vibrating at a particular frequency in different regions of our body. So if you get the right frequency through the sound, then you heal a certain aspect of your body. So toning is a great way, and it doesn't have to be one of those tones. You can make your own one up, or you can just go up and down through a vowel sound, for example, like an A. You could go A, up and down through. Oh, I've got tingles again. So toning is a great way to do it, whether it be a do, re, mi, or whether it be an A, E, I, O, U as a vowel sound. Another way is creative drawing, okay, or pasteling or painting. All right, and this is really great. I have a fantastic time drawing. The important thing is you don't try and draw anything good. All right, you're not creating masterpieces here. You're not trying to sell this as a Van Gogh ripoff. This is purely just to express what you're feeling inside, or any pictures you have in your head. Okay, so it will be quite relaxing and very enjoyable if you just scribble what's out. In fact, I try and use more simple tools like crayons and thick textures and stuff, because you really can't draw a beautifully styled piece of art if you're not using like very fine point markers or great paints. Use kids paint. Use $6 paint from a cheap store, and just splatter it out there in the mood that you're at the time. Okay, this will get it out, and it also gets the feelings that you're having onto a paper or onto a canvas, so that you can see how you are at that particular moment in time. All right. Now, when I say see how you are, this isn't supposed to make sense to your brain, and in fact, that's the whole point of it. If you're looking at it and trying to interpret it mentally, you're going to run into a problem. You're going to find that it doesn't look how you want it. You'll start judging yourself. You'll think I'm a crap artist, and you'll chuck the paints back in the drawer and never look at them again. When you store this energy, these feelings in your body, they're not stored as logical, linear information. Okay, I often picture an outline of a body with all sorts of scribbles and squiggly lines and dots and explosive bits and pieces. Okay. This is how it's being stored. It's stored as a vibration, or as a feeling, or as a kink or tightness or something like that. All right. So if you try and understand it with logic or linear thought, you're going to have a real hard time. The whole point of it is you let your body experience itself in color and in art. Okay. So you've got to get out of that brain that's trying to work out how to do everything right, and get into this is how I feel.